Welcome back, everybody. This is my 2022 Tesla Model 3 with a mouse amount of coolant leaking at the bottom. We got some errors, coolant low, followed by other errors by powertrain, HVAC issues, and then I think the vehicle itself not being able to charge because the charging system was overheating. So anyhow, we were in Vegas. Temperatures reached around 115, 118, and the vehicle started blowing hot air and then leaked a massive amount of coolant, as you can see right here on the bottom of this screen. Really bad, so we end up calling the service center. Service center came an hour later, and as you can see, there is way more coolant spilled now at the bottom. Just a real mess. The fans are running full speed. I'm not sure if you can hear music. Just because of the background music from the casino. But it took a while for the tow truck, and once they got there, they did their job and got it lifted up on their tow bed. The spillage or the mess from all the coolant after the vehicle has been moved to another location for the tow driver. Yeah, just a real mess. And it was sad because initially Tesla Service Center did not want to send a tow truck. So I had to convince them that, hey, you know what? There's a lot more coolant than what you guys think is leaking from the vehicle. Eventually they sent the tow truck, and I was wrong. It wasn't a flatbed. They end up lifting the front of the vehicle up, as you can see in this video. He lifted it up like he would a normal vehicle. I did make sure to put the vehicle in tow mode after he lifted up the front so that it could freely move, because eventually he would end up putting up these things at the back of the vehicle that would kind of put it on a dolly, which is really, really cool. I've never seen this before. Normally Teslas are lifted up on a flatbed, but in this case he went ahead and inserted these bars, which go on the front and the rear of the rear tires, and then from there he inserted these like dolly looking wheel devices, and then he ended up jacking them up or lifting them up so that the vehicle could be lifted up on these dollies and supported by the dollies themselves and not the vehicle's weight. So a little unusual and different than what I expected. Crazy thing is that the vehicle has been with the Tesla Service Center now here in Las Vegas for roughly, well, about 3 days now, and there's still no update on the vehicle. So a little concerned about that, but that's okay because we do have a rental vehicle, and that allows me to get to where I need to be at. But if anybody's ever seen anything like this, please let me know, because this is new to me. The vehicle only has 44,000 miles. It is getting closer to that 50,000 mark, which is where the warranty expires. But again, wasn't expecting the vehicle to have some cooling issues, being that it's only 2 years old with under 50,000 miles. Here's some of the error messages I was receiving. Electrical system unable to charge, coolant low, okay to drive, but you need to schedule service, followed by a couple other errors. There were some issues with the electrical power grid system, it was saying, and then of course the electrical system was not able to charge because it was overheating. But while we had it, the vehicle wasn't allowed to go over 60 miles per hour because of the cooling issue. All right, so I made it to Baker. They ended up giving me a rental car, the Las Vegas Service Center. It's not bad. It's a nice little red Model Y, but the estimated time still no actual description of what actually happened with the vehicle. They did say estimated time for approval would be around Saturday around 12:30. So a little bit of ways out, but meanwhile I got this loaner car, which is great. Gets me back home. But you can see, man, Baker superchargers have expanded. These back ones didn't exist before. Now they got a couple more in there, so you can see a lot of these are being utilized. This is a growing hot spot for people coming back from Vegas, more than likely, to supercharge their Teslas. So anyhow, keep everybody updated. So these are some of the error messages I received while we were driving the vehicle. First one started off with the coolant low, but it's okay to drive, but we weren't allowed to drive more than 61 miles per hour. Air conditioning blowing super hot. When we got back to the casino, we were told go ahead and plug it in, charge it because the battery is going to be working extra hard to cool down the vehicle. But then we received the charging system temperature too high error. And then followed by that, we got another error message, which was saying the power grid or vehicle issue limiting the AC charging. So overall, we started getting a whole lot of problems, so, which resulted in me calling back the service center a second time. But just for your guys' situation and awareness, you can see the three alerts that I was getting. Starting off with the VC front underscore A396 coolant low, the PCS A019, which was something with the power grid, and then the PCS A007 charging system temperature too high. Just a real bad day. Really curious about how many of you guys out there are experiencing these same issues with Tesla in this extreme heat, for those who live in states where it reaches, over 100 degrees. So leave a comment down below. Feel free to ask any questions. I'll post a follow-up video based off of the diagnosis to see what Tesla says. But again, as of today, it's been 3 days. There has been no answer or response from Tesla regarding my vehicle. So hopefully it's nothing major and I can get my vehicle back very soon. Thanks a lot.